and tonight is our 8th episode of the OMAKASE show. This is your host TC together with my co-host Sushi. What's up, bro? It's our 8th episode. Can you believe how quickly time has passed?
Yo, what's
Uh,
up? GM, irashaimase. Ohayo gozaimasu.
Ohio!
Konbawa. What's up,
What up?
man?
What up?
So,
How has your week been?
dude, it's been crazy, and time flies. I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited. Today we got the legendary Yuka in the building. We also got Salary,
Uh-huh.
and I'm really
100%.
excited for Omakase.
100%. And the song that you have chosen, actually, Celery, love it so much. He needs to stop in the middle of the song and give you a shout out, bro.
Bro, you know it. You know it. Tatsuro Yamashita Sparkle. If you guys did know, now you know. Classic city pop legend. My mom
Love
listens
it.
to that, and I also listen to it, but it's amazing.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
I already put the link in the comments.
Yeah, thanks for that. Love it. To be honest, I haven't heard of this song before. I know I deserve some boo, but now I know.
Ooh.
So thanks to
Yeah.
Web3. Thanks to Web3. So yeah, always love these songs chosen by my brother by the start of the show and how we end the show. He always fill the bars. So before we dive into our main segment, let's catch up a bit and go through some of the hot topics that happened this week. So yesterday actually I was meeting up my Web3 friends who are now my Web2 friends from BBRC. Had a small cozy dinner. Didn't really meet them for quite a while already. Not a lot of real life events recently in Singapore, but we'll see more coming up during September in Token 2049. So the dinner is amazing. He just pre-launched his own NFT wine. Let me pin it up so that everyone can have a look at it. It's amazing that how he used his Ivy Boys NFTs together. He actually integrated with his wine. Let me pin it up right at the moment.
Did you try it? I know you're
No, I
you're you're not
didn't.
drinking
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. For those who just heard about this, sadly, I'm now on a diet, which I've stayed clean, stayed sober for counting already. So, which means it's a period of time. So it's almost close to 60 days. So 2 months milestone. I'm proud of myself. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling great. So yeah, so I just pinned it up. Check that out. It's amazing to see, people making NFTs fun again by utilizing IPs and integrate with stuff that they like. And we're gonna see a lot of, crazy stuff happening in Hong Kong very soon, my hometown, which I will also be visiting very soon, end October to November for the 8th Fest in Hong Kong. And at the same period of Hong Kong, FinTech, Eve Hong Kong. I think today, this morning, when the GM show, Karen, the host, also mentioned there will be a Mimland side event. And if you guys afraid of, got left out with all these events, or to follow Koi Pond, uh, a project from Hong Kong builders that showcase a lot of different Web3 events in Hong Kong that are pretty much described as the yellow pages of Web3 events in Hong Kong. So more details and I can send you more about the projects for Koi Pond. And apart from that, actually, there's a Tokyo Blue Chip NFT party night as well. Have you seen that, Sushi?
Dude, I know it, but I haven't seen much about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah, basically, it's an NFT night in Tokyo with all these CloneX Tokyo will be hosting as well, together with the Bored Apes, Azukis, um, and etc. So I think it's nice that during the Bear different projects they come up with real life events, to gather around. We have spaces on, of course, spaces that we can meet in real life is another additional physical, kind of interaction that I think it helped a lot. Do you have a lot of, like real life events out there in Indonesia recently?
We do. We have. I'm also part of this kind of community. It isn't much, but we have what's called Utopia, also founded by Doug Lund, who founded Mindblown. He has
Mm-hmm.
a group of like NFT community, but I hang out with the Mindblown community the most because they're my fam.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, I'm excited for CloneX Tokyo. I was actually invited to one of OG's event when I was in Tokyo like last March, but I couldn't make it, and
Oh my
I'm
God.
so sad I didn't meet them. But yeah, maybe
How?
next time.
Your wife needs you to go shopping?
Something like that.
All right, don't dig in too deep because I know she's listening probably. But yeah, apart from that, we also have Token 2049 between 14th of September to 16th. I know that CloneX Singapore will also be hosting a side event, so stay tuned for more details from one of our community builders, Beeple. So yeah, that would be good because during that period of time is my birthday as well. So it's a good time to celebrate my birthday together with all these side events, which makes everyone's happy.
Dude,
I know I've been telling everyone that during Token 2049 is actually also my birthday, by the way. So that I
I'm gonna fly
yeah,
in just for your birthday party, man. It's gonna be huge, right?
please.
wow,
You're gonna have like VIP seats and
Well, just to let you know, I'm not drinking, so that you won't be too disappointed when you coming all the way from Tokyo and seeing TC not drinking. But I make sure that I'm gonna be natural high, so don't worry about it. And before we jump into our main segment tonight, we also have some amazing news from Toyota X Project. If any one of you not sure what Toyota X Project yet, let me also pin that up so that everyone have a clue what I'm talking about. Um, this is a very new project, I guess. It's mainly the collaboration between the CloneX Taiwan together with Toyota Taiwan. Um, I'm pretty bullish on this because as we all know that the CloneX Taiwan community is huge out there in Taiwan. That probably one of the use case to onboard Web2 people and pushing the artifact brands even further. And just nice that we had a chat with Julia and Steve last week on Rakoto. I really see how these builders in Taiwan, Taipei, expanding the brand, being ambassadors of artifacts, and going to different areas to preach, right? So yeah, check this tweet from Boris, one of the community member out there in Taiwan, and stay tuned. And I also heard there's regarding to Planet X, right? Sushi, can you throw us some alpha on this project?
yeah.
Hello, Sushi. Do you hear me okay?
Oh my God, I was.
You're muted, but
uh,
don't worry. It's all
yes.
right.
In other news, we got Planet X, a project created by a fellow clone named by the name of Ghost. If you guys already know, it's a gaming NFT. We think it's still a bit of a mystery, and they gave away 100, I believe, X keys to 100 clone holders. So it's a pretty good time for, for us to be clones. They got it for free. It was first come, first serve mint. X keys with a total supply of 500. I think there's already 300 minted. I think they're giving it away to other communities. And these keys have the ability to unlock what is called an X crate, and and other unique benefits. So we still don't know what the key does other than opening the crates. But the first crate has been opened, and the first prize was a Clone X. Damn it! Can you believe it? And it's already won by a fellow clone.
I have to utilize the sound
No problem. Yeah, it was already won by a fellow clone as well, M Tanja. So congrats to M Tanja. The next prize, I believe, is a kid called Beast NFT. So be sure to check out Planet X. I think they have a Mega Spaces coming soon. They're calling it Mega Spaces. They have like a bunch of communities hanging out together. So be sure to check it out. I think this is not an alpha, obviously, but just a cool project to check out, created by clones as well. And then I think another news, there was also an upcoming Artifact Town Hall in, I believe, 22 of July. It'll be hosted by Cass. It's going to be 5 a.m. my time, I think 6 a.m. your time, TC, and Oxen, Salary, and Yuka. But yeah, it'll be way too early for us. I think it's going to be an interesting one. People have questions, and I hope we can get some answers there, and hopefully some alpha, maybe some leaks as well. And I think, yeah, the other news is also Dot Swoosh. They also announced the first utility of their NFTs, which are the 3D files. So once you reveal the shoes, the NFT shoes, I don't have a Dot Swoosh account, but you can get your 3D files of the sneakers that you minted. So I think that's also pretty awesome for the public, not just for the Web3 community, but like people who don't know NFTs to also understand the benefits of owning digital collectibles such as the Dot Swoosh sneaker. So it's pretty awesome. I'm super FOMOing on it, so yeah, I'm sad, but hopefully, um, with the Omakase show and Yuka tonight, it's gonna get my energy back. And final announcement is that we're also setting up our podcast on Spotify. So keep a lookout if you guys have Spotify or on Spotify. We will be having the Omakase show coming soon to Spotify. That's it. Over
100%.
to you, TC.
Thanks for the wrap up, bro. To be honest, I'm very bullish on the dot swoosh with the 3D files. Like before they have this kind of announcement, I was saying that like shit, they're gonna do the 3D files. I'm having all this speculation. I think that I'm a genius, but hey, come on, everyone could have guessed. So yeah, I can't wait to change some OF1s on my blue hair clone so that I could defeat your purple hair clone. All right, so although we are still in a bear market, there are still a lot of amazing things happening in the Web3 space. I'm bullish on builders and creators who continue to deliver value and push the boundaries despite the market conditions. And of course, we are grateful for our audiences who are here with us tonight and support our weekly spaces. And before we dive into our main segment, please like and retweet the space to help more people to join us in listening to Yuka's amazing stories. So, Sushi, would you like to introduce our guest speakers for tonight's show?
Of course, of course. Welcome, welcome. Yuka, hello, Yuka. Genki desu ka? Welcome to Omakase Show.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hello, Yuka.
Hi, Tino, Sushi. Thank you for inviting me to the Omakase show today. I'm a little nervous. And yeah, Salary-san, I appreciate you taking time, and I am surprised but very honored and very happy.
Oh, I guess I'm fired. Because your English is so good. So
No,
Can you just go
you
down
still
back
need
to
me
the
here?
audience, Salary?
No,
I'm just gonna
Yuka, you're so good.
disappear into the audience
no,
right now.
no. Thank you.
Nah, I mean like Yuka's been very nice. She got DM us and say that she prepared this speech for introduction of herself. So it's very kind of her taking the courage to step out. So we really appreciate it. Arigatou gozaimasu. So I throw back the time to Sushi, Celery, and Yuka.
For sure. Thank you again, Yuka, for coming here. And again, of course, we also I want to introduce Salary to you guys if you didn't know. What's up, Salary? Before we move to Yuka, I also want to shout out to you. How you doing?
Hi everyone. Good evening, good night, good GM. For those in North America, I'm Salary. I run a project with Toei Animation called Den Dekaden. And today I'm very honored to be here to be speaking with Yuka-san, who I was just in a previous space with our community, and I was telling them that I actually reached out to Yuka-san, I think over a year ago, almost a year ago now, maybe like last October or November, and I asked if she could work on some artwork for our project. And she told me that she had commissions for like, I think it was like a year or something, a year out, and I was like, oh no, like I spoke to you a year too late. So yeah, I've always wanted to work with. I love her works. Yuka-san, I love your works. I've always wanted to work with with you. That hasn't been possible. Maybe we could have the opportunity now. Let's have a chat. But yeah, very very honored to be here today to I guess not interpret for Yuka-san because she can speak English. So hi.
What's up, Salary? Thanks for being here, and thanks for shilling as well. Good time to also, ask Yuka-san for her commission, but yeah, she's super full. I know. But before we go to Yuka-chan, I have one question for you, Salary. We have tons of questions for Yuka, but I saved one for you. Can you also tell us, you're a creative director. We had a call, and you were or are a creative director in advertising as well. But who is Salary in Web 2? And I know in Web 3 you're also a creator and builder of Den Kaden. Maybe we could share a little bit about us, the interpreter for tonight, because he's not just an interpreter, guys. Salary is a legend. Go for it, Salary.
Okay, well, thanks for the airtime. I started my career at the very beginning, like 12 years ago in Tokyo, working for someone called Danny Chu. I helped him build his brand called Culture Japan. We were making TV shows, Culture Japan, as well as attending conventions. He was one of the speakers at Anime Expo as well many years ago. So we were attending anime conventions around the world. And then from there, I moved on to work in advertising, where I worked at Ogilvy at one point, and then at Amazon Ads as a creative director. And then from there, decided to make the switch to full-time in Web3, started consulting with Toei Animation, Japan's oldest and most historic um, animation studio, which is responsible for projects such as Dragon Ball, One Piece, Digimon. So we were able to build a project from the ground up, a new IP which we want to build together with the community called Den Dekaden, which follows the story of seven spirits based on the seven lucky gods in Japan's mythology, and it's all about us, the community, writing the story together, and building the story that would one day hopefully be an anime under Toei Animation's belt of awesome animations that they've made so far. So that's where I am. Happy to meet all of you. I think a lot of people here. I feel like I already know a lot of people here in the audience. Nice to see
So,
everyone. It's Tomari-san, Cass. Yeah, nice to see everyone. A lot of familiar faces.
love to have you here, Salary. You're famous. You're more famous than me. But again, thanks for, you're meant to be here at the Omakase show. So thanks for joining us. And we're so grateful that you're here to also help us interpret the chat, the conversation that we're going to have tonight with Yuka-chan. So thanks, Salary. Let's dive into our main segment. Our special guest in the Omakase show, Yuka Kamugawa. Thank you for coming here, Yuka, again. I want to, we could start off a few questions that are pretty easy. I have easy questions. You already know all the questions. And then I'll let T-Knock do all the harder questions, all the artsy questions. So the first question for you, Yuka, tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Yuka, and where are you from for those that don't know? And what did you do before Web3? And, what do you do IRL besides your Web3 work?
That's all the questions, so I'm gonna break it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
ゆかさん、
Salary. Thank you.
まずはちょっと自己紹介お願いできますか。
はい、ありがとうございます。えーっと、どこからよ。私は京都の、日本の京都っていう町に住んでいて、で、その中でも結構京都らしい文化が濃密に残ってる、花町っていうところに住んでいます。芸妓さんとか舞妓さんとかが毎日こう顔を白くお化粧してお茶屋さんに向かう姿を見るような、そんなエリアに住んでいます。
So
で、
Yuka
はい、
Yuka comes from she was born and raised in Kyoto, in an area called Hanamachi でしたっけHanamachi.
はい、花町、フラワー
In
と
an
書いてあ
area
ります。
called Hanamachi, where a lot of it's still very much the old way of they preserve the old traditions and old way of living. There are a lot of geishas and maikos there, who they still do the makeup. They make their face white, and um, it's very much still like a very traditional area of Kyoto, which is where she hails from.
ありがとうございます。で、Web3 の前は、デザイン事務所でしばらく働いた後に、フリーランスのイラストレーターになりました。その時は雑誌のためのイラストを描いたりとか、百貨店とかお店とか旅館さんとかの依頼でイラストマップっていうその観光案内などのためのイラスト付きの地図を描くような仕事をしていて、で、今もそれは結構いいですか？お願いしていいですか？はい。
Before Web3, she was she was working as a designer and went freelance after some time of her experience as a designer, where she began to draw maps for on the request of local shopping streets and inns and hotels, who would need these kind of like illustrated maps for guests, so that they can show guests where the interesting spots in the town was. So very much deeply intertwined with Kyoto's kind of like tourism industry. So she would take those commissions and draw those maps, illustrated maps. If you look at her website, it's really cute. I didn't know that she drew maps, and I think it's like we're actually working on a map now too. Like, so Yuka-san, let's talk about the map thing later.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Celery, Yuka-chan from Hanamachi. I know Hanamichi, Sakuragi Hanamichi from Slam Dunk, but I would love to also visit Hanamachi as well. I know Kyoto is a beautiful place. I went there 2017, and yeah, so what an amazing and interesting journey that you began with, designing maps. So we know,
Oh, I missed. Sorry,
yeah, yeah.
I missed the question.
Oh, oh.
ゆかさん、Web3 以外の仕事で普段何をされてますか？
そうですね。普段はその前からの、そのイラストマップとか雑誌へのイラストの仕事は今も、なんて言うんでしょう、長期契約ですでにもうしてる分は今も続けていますね。はい。
So apart from Web3 work, she continues to work with magazine publications, and work from before that she has been contracted to do. So I guess she remains highly sought after.
すごい、すごい. And that's not just in Web 2, but Yuka is also very sought after here in Web 3. So it's amazing that you're also getting the recognition that you do, both Web 2 and Web 3. So I don't know much about Kyoto. I went there once, but I know Arabica coffee. This is another, maybe like question. Where do you usually get coffee in Kyoto? Do you make your own coffee? Or you've been making maps yourself? What are your recommended spots in Kyoto for coffee and food in general? And you cannot say Famima or Kombini because those are my favorite.
寿司さんは、京都は1回しか行ったことないので、あまり、京都は詳しくないんですけど、アラビカコーヒーっていう有名な店がそこから、
はい。
発信したことは分かってます。なので、その経由で、ちょっとゆかさんは普段コーヒーはどこから買ってますか？なんか京都のコーヒースポットとか、美味しい食べ物のおすすめありますか？
はい、ありがとうございます。アラビカが世界で有名なのは Web3 に入ってから初めて知ったんですけど、
She
私
didn't
は
know that Arabica was famous until she got into Web3.
そうで、私自身は、本店で買うことが多いですね。メインストアっていうんですかね。八坂の塔っていうよく京都の写真で出てくる五重の塔の近くに本店があって、その八坂の塔をバックにこうアラビカのカップを一緒に撮影するみたいなのがこう定番ですね。
マジっすか？本店
はい。
が嵐山じゃなくて、
そう、
何島でしたっけ？
東山、八坂の塔って呼ばれてて、ちょっと正式名称違うんですけど、はい、五重の塔があるとこです。
Okay, so yeah, this is new to me as well. But so she says that she often buys Arabica coffee from the original store. So the original store, I thought it was at Arashiyama because that's the one I know. But there's actually another store at Yasaka. I guess in English they call it Hokanji Temple. Um, where there's the Yasaka Pagoda and there's another store there. So if that store suddenly gets super famous and crowded, it's your fault, Yuka, for telling us. Yuka-san, いきなりバズってまた行列になっちゃうとユカさんのせいですね。
そんなことない。もともと人気ですから大丈夫です。あ、でも
Oh,
ね、
it was
あそこ、
so it's fine, yeah.
そう。でもあそこ有名で、結構そのアーティファクトのメンバーの方もそこに一緒に行って喜んでいただいたり、今、リスナーにいるテッドさんもね、一緒に行って、一緒に写真撮ったりしました。
So it's been quite popular for Artifact members to visit there on a pilgrimage, and she's also been there with Ted-san, who's among the listeners today.
Cool, cool. So getting coffee in the temples, that's amazing. I usually just I make my own coffee. So, but I would love to visit there. Thank you for the recommendation. Arigato. The next question is, we know you create some of your commission art with this unique anime style. So I wanted to know, Yuka-chan, do you watch anime? What is, if you do, what is your favorite anime or manga so that, the audience can get inspired watching them and hopefully can draw like you?
アニメ風のイラスト、よく描いていらっしゃいますが、ゆかさんはアニメなど、漫画好きですか？特に好きなアニメや漫画ありますか？
そうですね。ちょっと最近はちょっと忙しくて、なかなかちょっとゆっくり見れてないんですけど、一番がっつりアニメとか漫画にハマったのは学生時代で、その時に結構いろんな漫画家とかアニメの真似してすごい描いたので、それが結構ルーツになっていると思いますね。
So recently she hasn't really had a chance to really get into anime or manga, but she used to watch a lot she used to watch anime when she was in school, so I suppose like in college, and and she used to copy that and make illustrations based on that, so that sort of like forms the foundation and her roots in illustration. 当時はなんかちなみにもしよろしければどういったアニメを見ましたですか？
そうですね。一番多分影響を受けたのは、クランプってわかりますか？ 4 人組の漫画家。知ってます？
思いました。
思いました。
やっぱり。
そうそう、レイヤースとか、
Yeah, so
そう、なんか目がくっきりしたキャラクターと、すっごいおしゃれなデザインのカバーアートがすごい好きで大好きです。
So she was most inspired and drew most inspiration from the works of Clamp. So if you search Clamp, CLAMP, you'll see like various works that was came from Clamp. Well, if you search like Clamp anime style, so there's I think like Showbiz, Angelic Layer,
Okay.
Chronicles, yeah.
So,
But they were manga artists, yeah.
so.
So Clamp was very famous in at one point in time.
Got it, got it. I see. Is it card captor? In English, it's
Yeah.
card captor Sakura. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I can see where you get these art stuff from. It's amazing, legends and classics. And thank you, Yuka, for sharing your anime recommendations. And as I also wanted to say, thank you to you guys as well, the Zuki and CloneX community, for giving so much permission that Yuka cannot watch anime anymore. So give her time so she can watch anime again. Next question is, yeah, I'm very curious. You were drawing for magazines and for brands, creating maps. How did you get into Web3? Tell us a bit about your Web3 journey, Yuka's Web3 story.
ゆかさんはどうやってWeb3 に入り込んだんでしょうか？
はい。Web3 はうちの母が、テレビで NFT のことを知って、私に教えてくれたのがきっかけで、母自身はまだ多分 NFT のこと分かってないんですけど、ルーツは母でした。
So miraculously, it was her mom who got her into NFTs. Probably.
Majde! No
Yeah, that's
way.
crazy. Yeah, no way. So her mom saw it on TV, told her about it, and she got into it. But her mom probably still doesn't understand what NFTs are. But yeah, that's pretty sick.
Oh my God, Yuka's mom for the win. Yuka's mom is
Yeah,
the
that's lit.
alpha. Wow, amazing, amazing. Um, hopefully, your mom can also join you in your journey as well and see all the excitement and how much love for Yuka there is in Web3 because, man, wow, wow, amazing, amazing.
ゆかさんの母親は今、なんでしょう、
はい。
ゆかさん、今、その Web3 での活動、あの、認識してますか？
多分、全然分かってないと思います。
いやー、残念ですね。もっと見せた方がいいですよ。すごいから。Yeah,
ね、なん
unfortunately,
か、
her mom doesn't really know
ね、
what's
絵は
going
分
on.
かるんですけど、
She's seen the works, but doesn't really know, um, you know, her, like, what she's doing in Web3, doesn't really understand. 残念。
No problem. No problem. No problem. But yeah, again, thanks to Yuka's mom that you're here, and we're so grateful to your mom. So shout out to Yuka's mom. Final question for me. We also saw that you also joined Gay Sai earlier this year, and you were also recently a part of, you are hosting the Azuki event in Kyoto, which looks sugoi, sugoi, sugoi. I only know that word. Tell us a little bit about that event. How was it, and how was the Azuki and CloneX community like in Japan? And most importantly, did you have fun?
芸祭や、小豆の、京都にあった小豆の、イベントは、ネッ
はい。
ト上でいろんな写真、見ましたが、どうだったですか？
ありがとうございます。
楽しかったですか？もし
あ、
共有できれば。
すごい、すごい。はい、めっちゃ楽しかったですね。まず芸祭の方は、何年も前からあるその日本の有名なアートイベントの一つで、そこで私もなんかこう出展を検討したことがあったりしたんですけど、そこでそのアーティファクトがイベントすることになって、すっごい感動しましたね。で、会場では、その、スタンバイしておられた日本のクローンのホルダーの方とかが、来場者の方とかにすごい丁寧に説明したり、サポートしてくださって、すごいあったかいと思いましたね。で、ファウンダーの皆さんも、コミュニティマネージャーの方とかも、今日歌詞も来てくれてますけど、そう、大集合して、すごい豪華な顔ぶれで、みんなすごいあったかかったですね。
So, like first off with Geisai, it was absolutely amazing. Geisai has, for those of you who don't know, has been a huge cultural event in Japan for many years. I think maybe must be like 20 or 30 years or more. Um, and the it was and Yuka-san has actually considered joining Geisai as an exhibitor. So it's a place for a lot of artists and creators to exhibit their works and participate in the creative economy, and to see Artifact having a huge presence at Geisai was absolutely was very emotional for her, and also to see lots of people come from all over the world, including the team and the community core community members, to be able to meet them and to be treated very carefully. There was very good the warm welcome for holders, and it was very nice experience overall, where they were guided very well to experience the event in its fullness. So it was a very emotional and eye-opening and valuable experience for her.
That's amazing. And can you also tell us a bit about the Azuki event in Kyoto, your hometown?
はい、京都で開催されたあずきイベント、実家で開催されることということなので、どうお感想を共有いただければと思います。
はい。そうですね。私のホームタウンということですごい嬉しかったですし、あの、いつもは私アーティストとしての展示だけだったんですけど、今回は、地元で京都ということで、そのあずきジャパンの、ファウンダーの黒さんと、日本でいつもその、あずき含めてブルーチップのイベントとかを主催されているあやとゆうさんと一緒に、もう下見から運営チームの一人として参加させていただきました。ちょっと、あずき公式チームがラスベガスのイベントを発表する前に、私たち、京都でのイベントのための会場も抑えていて、で、ちょっと、あずきジャパンのイベントは、福岡、福岡、こう、あずきからエレメンタルに開催することになりました。
So the event, so usually at most events, she's often just joining as uh, an artist, but she had the honor of, because it was a hometown, she had the honor to participate to help run the event together with the head of Azuki Japan, as well as Yu Ayato-san, who's always who's very much involved in a lot of blue chip projects in Japan, and they actually got the venue even before Azuki had announced the Hakasan event in LA, in Vegas. So um, for better or for worse, the event coincided with the launch of the Elementals. I think it happened. If I remember, I think it happened the day of, or the day right after the launch of Elementals. So it was quite a huge moment, and it was nice to see everyone there at the venue together in Kyoto.
ありがとうご
Awesome.
ざいます。で、結果、そのあずき京都ガーデンの当日は、国内と国外と合わせて100人ぐらい超える方にご来場いただくことができました。で、今回の、あずき京都ガーデンは、ホルダーさんの限定イベントじゃなくて、あずきジャパンが作ったチケットの NFT を持ってて、で、入場のための登録を完了できてる人だったら、誰もが来場できるっていう仕組みにさせていただきました。そしたら、クローンホルダーの方もね、何人も来てくださって、で、ちょっといろいろあるタイミングだったんですけど、皆さんが結構笑顔で穏やかにお話ししてる姿が見れたんで、すごい嬉しかったですね。サポートいただいたすべての方に本当に感謝しております。
So the over 100 people from both abroad and because I think it coincided with IBS Kyoto, so there were a lot of guests from all over the world in Kyoto. So from abroad and from locally as well, we were able to join the event. It was not particularly limited to holders, so you could get tickets as well, and even if you were not a key holder, you could join the event. So there were a lot of artifacts holders as well, CloneX holders who also joined the event. So it's very nice to see everyone. There was a lot going on at the time, but it was nice to see everyone, have a good time and smiles on their faces in Kyoto on the day. So that's something that she was proud of, and she's very grateful to everyone who showed up.
All right. Thank you so much, Yuka. I wish I was there. I wish I have infinite money and just fly over to all events, and especially in Kyoto. But thank you so much, Yuka. Thank you much. Thank you so much for the answers. I'm gonna pass it over to Tinoch because I'm starting to lose my voice, and Tinoch has harder questions, so be prepared, Yuka, Salary as well. Tinoch, over to you.
ここからの質問がレベルアップされるらしいですよ。
No way. Nothing gonna be hard. Anything is gonna be chill. So we just heard Yuka sharing about her interest and journey in Web3. Thank you for virtually taking us on a tour of Kyoto. It's a very special spaces. with different languages coming together. That's the power of Web3. So let me dive into the question. So there's so much creativity and art that comes from Japan. So how is it like to be an artist in Japan regarding the atmosphere, support, and the artist community?
日本ではクリエイティビティやアートは、世界中に見られて、世界中に、発展していますが、日本にいる、アーティストとして、アーティストコミュニティやどういった雰囲気で、どういったサポートが、アーティストコミュニティに入って、確かに難しい質問ですね。Tough question.
ハードクエスチョン。いや、言
なん
ってみ
か
ましょう、言ってみましょうか。
はい、アーティスト、はい、日本にいるアーティストとしての、
はい。
どういった環境だと考えておりますか？
あ、わかりました。本当に日本は、ハイクオリティな作品を作るアーティストが本当にたくさんいて、私もそれが日本人としてすごい誇らしいなと思っていて、で、そういったすごい方が、多いので、もし職業としてアーティストになって仕事にしていくとしたら、ちょっとなんかこう、自分を知ってもらったりとか、選んでもらうための工夫がちょっと必要だなと感じていますね。
So, in Japan, the number of people who make like super high quality artworks is actually a lot, and it's actually she finds it actually very challenging that if you want to make it as an artist in Japan as a full-time uh, thing, like just purely based on your art, it's very important to understand where you stand, what's your style, and how you stand out from everyone else, and where's your edge, because there's so many people making such high quality and amazing artworks that are very definitive, so it's not easy to kind of like make stand out in the space.
ありがとうございます。
Right, right. Thank
で、
you. I mean, kudos to Yuka's mom.
うん。
So,
まあ、
yes,
はい、
Yuka, please continue.
OK, thank you. そう。で、例えば、私の場合なんですけど、過去にポートフォリオを持って出版社に売り込みに行ってとか、すぐにお仕事もらえなくても、まあ、結構後にポロッといただきたいとか、あとは、それこそ先日芸祭があったビッグサイトとかでやってる、そのビジネスマンが集まる大きな見本市とか展示会とかに何回も出展して、そこで自分の作品を知ってもらって、お仕事をいただいたりとかしましたね。で、日本のアーティスト同士もそういったなんかその厳しい環境の中でお互いこう切磋琢磨してる同士なんで、結構みんな戦友みたいな感じですね。で、時々そのクライアントから私宛てになんかこういう作品書けるアーティスト誰か知ってるみたいな、紹介して知ってたらみたいなのが連絡が来ることがあって、そういう時は私もそれに合いそうなアーティストの友達を何度かご紹介させてもらったりとかして、で、それがこうお仕事につながっているのを見るとすごい嬉しいなと思いますね。
So, she's like from her experience, many times she's kind of like put together like a portfolio of her works and like went to shop it around, talk to people and get rejected, but then after some time or some months or some years, they come back and they follow up and they're like, oh, hey, maybe you can do something with us, or she's used to kind of like show her works at some of the biggest events at like Tokyo Big Sight. It's like a huge event hall, convention hall in Tokyo, where businessmen come and kind of like look for potential like illustrators or like designers or artists to work with. So like you know just like putting her artworks out there and then getting some leads, potential clients from there. Um, but it's a very tough market. There are a lot of illustrators, but that's sort of same for everyone in their industry. So a lot of them are very close. She's very close to a lot of other artists and illustrators. Like it's a tight knit community, and so she's found that at times, sometimes that her clients ask her, if she knows someone who does certain artwork in this kind of style, and then she'll be like, oh yeah, I know a friend. She does this or he does this. This kind of artwork or this kind of style or this genre, and then they would get the job, and then sometimes she gets recommendations from her friends clients, so it's sort of like a network of of people who help each other in a very supportive way. So, but that supportive atmosphere comes from the tough environment and just like how competitive the industry actually is.
Lovely. It's happy to hear that despite the competitiveness in the art scene around Japan, but you're still able to make friends, support, and also kudos to your mom bringing you into NFTs. For those who just joined us, that's the alpha, you know, get your parents to NFTs, and that's how you start your Web3 at the first step.
厳
Okay,
しい
that's
環
great.
境、厳しい環境内で、仲間をできて、成功できるのは、とても素晴らしいことですね。あとは、お母さんに感謝しますね。Web3 に紹介していただいて。
確かに。Thank you.
Right. So, can you tell us more about your recent Beetle? We see you have drawn your own CloneX in your anime in ukiyo-e style. And are there any specific messages you want to give your collectors? So, for those who haven't come across this work, top, so you can have it for reference.
ビートルさんとの、仕事についてちょっと、教えていただけますか？自分のクローンを、アニメや浮世絵のスタイルで書きましたので、特にコレクターたちに何かしらのメッセージがありますか？
そうですね。ありがとうございます。今日はビートルさんも聞きに来ていただいて、そう、番組に出させていただいて、すごい光栄でした。で、ちょっとゲストが作るトレーディングカードの作品が必要と聞いたときに、ちょっと1年ぐらいコミッションお待たせしてる方々の顔がよぎったんですけど、でもビートルさんのこの企画で作ったアートが、そのコミュニティにも活用していただけるということで、コミッションの隙間時間に急いで、でもすごいこう、なんていうんでしょう、愛情を込めて書かせていただきました。そう。で、私のクローンは本当ありがたいことに、
ごめんなさい。
オッケーオッケー。オッケー、
長いで
thank
す。
you.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Beetle, for being on this spaces and also for the opportunity. So that's what she said. And also, so to all the people who've been waiting months for her commission works, she's very sorry, but she tried her best to work this in between all the other projects that in a way that didn't affect the other projects, but she poured her heart into it. She was very thankful for the opportunity and that it was able to be used in conjunction with a lot of in a big project with other community members.
ありがとうございます。そう。で、私のクローンは本当ありがたいことに、ベニートさんから去年の8月にいただいたもので、そのベニートさんもちろんコミュニティの皆さんも皆さんに応援してもらって、支えていただいて今に至っているので、なんか私の作品がこう、コミュニティのお役に少しでも立てたらなってずっと思っていたので、本当に嬉しかったですね。ティーノさんにもミントしていただいて、すごい嬉しかったですね。
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。みんなの
はい。
名前はタッチできませんでしたけど、ベニートさんのコミュニティでしたね。
そうです。ベニートさんです。ベニートでいいのかな。はい。
ですね。ベニートさんと、ピーノさんがミントしてましたですね。
はい、ティーノさん、そうなんですよ。
She's very happy that she was able to contribute to Benito's community, and contribute to the community in a impactful way. And thankful for people like Pino-san who minted the project as well. But overall, like very happy that she was able to be a part of the project and to contribute.
ありがとうございます。で、コレクターの方というか、そうですね、私の作品見てくださっている皆さんに、そうですね、私の作品をこう、待っていただいている依頼者さんもそうですけど、こう、私の作品持っている方に、作品持っててよかったなとか、応援してよかったなって思えてもらえるような活動をしていきたいなっていうのは、いつも思っています。はい。
To everyone who appreciates her artworks, and especially to people who have collected her artworks. Um, she's always grateful, and she hopes to continue to do great work that would help people who have collected her artworks feel that that it was a good choice to collect her artworks and to support her. So she will continue to do her best to reciprocate that support, and she's very grateful.
Ganbatte ne, ganbatte Yuka, and also ganbatte salary for translating. You're doing an awesome work. Sorry, go ahead, CC.
Ganbatte, ganbatte. I can't really speak very nice Japanese, but I will learn. All right. Yeah, and also shout out to Bito. Also check out his weekly spaces on every Wednesday to showcase the artwork and creatives of creators within their artifact creator ecosystem himself. And yeah, I'm proud to able to mint one of Yuka's work, and I'm a winner now. Did you guys mint? Probably you guys miss it, but anyway, because we have Yuka here, I need to be more, proper. Okay, we acknowledge your love and appreciation towards NFT projects like CloneX and Azuki, obviously. What were the challenges you came across while working on these commissions, and how did you overcome those challenges?
あずきやコネクスのプロジェクトに対して、すごく、大事にしていることは、みんな、わかると思います。これらの、プロジェクトに対してのコミッション作品に対して、どういった、チャレンジありましたか？で、それらのチャレンジはどう、対応しましたか？
そうですね。ちょっと克服してない話になってしまうかもしれない。申し訳ないんですけど、クローンの小豆も本当それぞれにコミュニティの絆が強くって、すごい素敵だなと思っていて、他のプロジェクトに比べて結構ファンアートを依頼するホルダーさんが多い印象があるんですよね。で、私もホルダーじゃない頃からそのファンアートを描いてるということで仲良くしていただいて、本当ありがたいことに居場所になっていますね。で、ちょっと、そんな熱い素敵な思いを持ったホルダーさんたちに、ちょっと要約してくださったコミッションをすごいお待たせしすぎてるのが毎日申し訳なく思ってて、それがこう、なんて言うんでしょう、今の、それを頑張って書かなければっていうのが悩み、悩みですね。なんか、辛抱強く待ってくださっている皆さんには本当感謝しかないですね。
So she feels that CloneX and Azuki's they're two particular communities who she feels that do a lot of commissions. They really appreciate art, and willing to do commissions. And she's very very grateful for all of that, to the point that she feels horrible that she's making a lot of people who have commissioned her for works wait too long, because there's just so many. I think Tinoch or Sushi has already put up the post where she's like, sorry guys, like I have too many commissions, I have to stop. Sorry about it. So that's her biggest challenge, and she doesn't know how to fix that yet, because it's just too much. It's a good problem to have, I guess. But like there's too many commissions, and she's very very grateful, but at the same time feels bad that like how can she draw faster? How can she create quicker? But at the same time, it's not about speed. Like she needs to make sure that it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, good things take time, so we just gotta wait patiently. Web3 motherfuckers have no patience, so we need to learn from Yuka, all right? Just
やっぱ
stay
り
calm.
いい作品
Don't
は
don't 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 translate that, bro. No, no, it's all right.
I gotta translate it. いい作品はやっぱり時間かかりますよね。WebC の皆さんが、patience、あまり待てられない人たちが多いかもしれないですね。
Did
は
you
い。
skip the F word?
はい、
Okay,
of
you
course, of
didn't. Okay, you didn't. Right. Yeah, actually also pinned it up. I think that's one of our Korean holders, Asia's CloneX, if I'm not wrong. And actually that's just one of the all of the amazing examples that Yuka have drawn. I'm really amazed by the poster of the character, the background that you've created. Can you share with us more about the creative process where you get inspiration from?
普段の、作品に、どういった、インスピレーション、どこからインスピレーション、もらってますか？
あ、そうですね。 私はそうですね、そう依頼してくれた方、コミッションだったら、そのご自身にも、なんて言うんでしょう、喜んでもらうのはもちろんなんですけど、そのツイッターのタイムラインに流れてきたときに、その忙しいこう皆さんの目にどうしたら素敵にこう目に留まって見てもらえるかなっていうのをすごい考えながら書いてることが多いので、最近は特にそのダイナミックな構図とか印象的な色合いになるようにすごい心がけてますね。そこでなんかこう、ポーズの資料集もたくさん持ってるので、そういうのもざっと見たりとか、またはなんか鏡の前でポーズ取ってみたりとか、スケッチの人形でポーズ取ってみたりとか、そう、最近はそうですね、AI とかも、こう、なんていうんでしょう、ポーズの参考に使ってみてるんですけど、ちょっと私、指示を出すのが下手くそすぎて、あんまりいいポーズが出せなくってっていうところがありますね。はい。
それが AI を超えてるから、ゆかさんの作品が、全然 AI が比べるものにならないですよ、だか
いいです
ら。
か？ありがとうございます。
When in doing like her works, especially for the postures, she thinks a lot about how it can, if it shows up on your timeline or your feed, how it would have stopping power. So how the work would kind of like draw the attention and kind of like stand out from everything else on your feed. So that's what she thinks a lot about when doing her works. And to do that, dynamic poses are very important. And she does a lot of research on that. So sometimes, like looking up materials on posing, even snapping photos of herself in the mirror while she's doing a pose, so that she can use it as a reference. And recently, she's been trying out like using AI to do poses, but she says that she's horrible at making prompts, and she hasn't been able to get much great poses from AI. But then I said that that's because her works have far exceed the capabilities of AI. So it's not because she sucks at prompts; it's because AI is just not good enough. So, so that's kind of like what she draws on for like especially like postures to make it stand out.
I want to
Wow.
say
Yeah,
one
Sushi.
thing.
Commercial time. Commercial time.
Sorry, commercial break. Thank you for the inspiration. Somebody Loves You, Yuka. It's by Fairy Liquid. Can someone exactly? Can someone tell Yuka that I love her? So Skides, that's
Is it
from Fairy
Ice
Liquid.
Delu? Am I doing it right?
What?
Never
What?
mind,
Yeah,
never
What?
mind.
that's heavy, man. That's heavy. That's like
Oh,
I love
Yeah,
you. Like oh
that's
yeah.
I think that's
no,
what
that's
that's
like
what she
Skides,
that.
wanted to say, right?
No, that's
Ski.
something
That's
you say
what
to
Fairly
your
Quid want to
wife
say, right?
or
Yeah, but Fairy
Oh,
says
all
I
right,
say
okay. I'm gonna mute myself.
Skides. Yeah, so Ferry, if you can also come on up later on, after the spaces for sure to say it yourself. Go ahead, TC.
Oh my God, I apologize. I know that's recorded. I hope you won't feel offended. Anything, all right, please, guys, don't do this to me. And of course, what Yuka just mentioned that the art process that she prepared is amazing. So we are not pretty much just buying the art; we are buying the whole. So shout out to Yuka. And yeah, you have completed close to 100 commissioned pieces across CloneX and Azuki artworks. Can we have some applause for this young lady out here? 100 commissioned pieces. OMG, I'm gonna utilize the soundboard. That means you have worked on a new piece every 7 days in the past 2 years. Have you ever felt burnout, exhausted? And if so, what do you like to do to relax? And what do you do to, like, when you feel stressed? What do you love to do?
2年間で見事に100作品も、ほぼ100作品も作ってきましたので、まあ、毎週1作品のペースっていうことなので、疲れてますか？疲れてるときは、何をして、リラックス、ディストレスしてますか？
そうですね。なんかちょっとおかしいなと思われるかもしれないんですけど、作品を書いて、その休憩に別の作品を書くんですよね。なんかリフレッシュのために。そう、だから、いいですか？ここ
それはす
までいいです
ごいですね。
か？
So she says that it might be weird, but to take a break from doing one piece of artwork, she starts on another piece of artwork. So she
Okay.
she
Okay.
relaxes
That's
by
interesting.
drawing. After she gets tired of drawing, she relaxes by drawing something else.
Okay.
そうですね。
That's an artist for you guys. That's artist, ladies and gentlemen.
I guess you would feel fed up when you're drawing Sushi's clone, but then you feel better when you draw my clone. I think. Celery, can you translate that?
寿司さんのクローンを描きたいから退屈になる時に寿司さんのクローンを描くんですね。
なんかめっちゃ音が鳴って大事なとこが聞こえなかったんですけど。なんておっしゃいました？
寿司さんのクローンを描くときに退屈になったらティノックさんのクローンを描くということなんですよね。
そういうことですね。でも全然退屈にならないですよ。退屈にならないけど。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Say yes, but it's not because I get
No,
bored.
Celery, you can skip this. Yeah, say it again. Say it again. All right. I knew it. Thank you, Yuka. All right, Sushi. Go cry, baby. Okay. So yeah, just now, you also illustrated maps that you have done in Web 2. So everyone, please go to Yuka's Twitter and you can see a link. You can dive into it and you can see all these amazing illustrated maps he's working. I think a lot of tourist spots around Kyoto as well. So, okay, my question is, what advice do you have for emerging artists who are grinding? I know grinding, this is not really a positive word, but it's more like a Web3 kind of word, like who are still grinding in the Web3 space. Do you have any tips or guidance for them to stand out?
Sorry, I was muted. 今、Web3 の、界隈に頑張っているイラストレーターやデザイナーたちがすごいいますが、彼らに何かしらの tips やアドバイスありますか？
そうですね。私も、なんていうんでしょう、まだまだ勉強中だから、作り続けたりとか、チャレンジし続けることがすごい大事だなと思っていて、で、それは続けていく中で、自分の作品が上手になっていくっていうのはもちろんなんですけど、その作品を見てくれる人とのいろんな出会いがあって、そこで、さらに成長できたりとか、中には自分を今よりももっと高みへ引っ張り上げてくれるような、転機になるような方と出会うこともあるので、そういったことも続けてるからやってくると思うんですよね。だからなんて言うんでしょう、いろいろ試して失敗したらまた違う方法でやってみるみたいなことをやってみたりとか、ちょっと人がやってないことを思いついたらすぐやってみるみたいなのが結構大事かなっていうふうには思います。
続くことですね。
はい。
So she says that she's so humble. She's like, yeah, I'm still learning. Like I'm just learning. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, Japanese humility. Uh, but so she says that well, one thing that she has learned is that you know, to keep on trying is very important. Sometimes works aren't even if a work doesn't get that much traction. Maybe try something try something else. Tweak it, improve it. But generally, just don't give up because it takes time for people to find your audience, to find your style and to find your audience. And over time, you get to meet more and more people who appreciate your work. And sometimes, it just takes one or two people who you meet that become these turning point moments in your career, and sort of like, take you to greater heights, give you more exposure and help you in your career to, achieve greater things. So, but these meetings, these encounters don't happen if you stop. So it's about trying and not giving up and improving. And one day someone will come along and and you have one of those encounters. So it's important to continue and to keep trying.
Beautiful, Yuka, and thanks for the translation, Celery. Keep moving, keep learning, stay humble, keep trying, find your audience, do what you like, be yourself, and you wouldn't even think that's a freaking grind. You're doing things based on passion, stuff you like, and just keep moving. Thank you. That's really an alpha, and I think
Can I
that's
ask
the
a question?
mentality. That's also the mentality from Yuka's mom. That's why she's now here with us. Amazing. Shout out to Yuka's mom. Okay, I think you don't need to translate that. I think she got that. All right. So before I ask my final couple of questions, if any of the audience you want to, hop on, speak with Yuka, salary with us, feel free to request. We'll get you in. We know that there's a Japanese speaking community also with us tonight. So yeah, don't be shy. Come in. We're here to share the good vibes. I haven't freaked you out, but if I do, I hope you don't mind. That's me. And so throw on some requests and we'll get you in. Yeah, get back to the questions. Yes.
While we wait for someone to have a question, I have a question.
Yeah. Okay.
So I want to ask Yuka, who was like the most kind of like the meeting that she had that was most transformative of a career? Yuka さん、今までWeb3 内界隈での出会いはいっぱいあると思いますけど、一番印象的な出会いはなんかやっぱり画期的な出会いはどれでしたか？もしよろしければ。
めっちゃ難しいですけど、めっちゃ難しいんですけど、思い返すと、なんか私がまだファンアートやる前にオリジナル作品を書いてた時に、日本のコレクターでインフルエンサーの全力マンさんという方がいらっしゃるんですけど、サーライさんご存知ですか？
ああ、知ってますね。はい、も
知ってますか？
ちろんです。はい。
あ、本当ですか？全力マンさんが、なんて言うんでしょう。アーティストのサポートをしてくださるっていう、なんて言うんでしょう、期間があったんですよ。で、私もそこに応募させてもらって、なんか運よくサポートいただいて、で、なんかそこで結構コレクター目線で全力マンさんにいろいろ教わったことが結構ベニートさんとの出会いとか、その後もなんかコミッションの話とかいろいろなんか相談に乗ってもらったから、今パッと思いついたのがそれでしたね。はい。
Great answer. So it's a very, very tough question because there's so many like great encounters that she's had. But if she has to go back to her roots, she would the first that comes to mind would be Zenrokuman, who I believe he's a CloneX holder as well. Who was relatively influential in the Japanese space. And at one point in time, a few years back, even before Yuka-san was doing commissioned artworks, she was just doing her own style of artworks and just drawing what she liked. Zenrokuman-san was doing he at one point was supporting just artists coming into Web3 space, and he helped her kind of like understand the mentality of the collectors in Web3, and through that she refined her style and her work and managed to meet Benito, and then through that that encounter, then a lot more commissions and a lot more subsequent encounters came along through that process as well. So if she had to name one person, and first that comes to mind right now at this point, I'm out of there are many important encounters for her, but if she had to name one, it would be Zenrokuman. So shout out to Zenrokuman.
Wow, that's a very good question, Salary. I mean, I haven't thought of this question because Yuka to me is already a legend. To know that even someone like of course Lucas look up to, and yeah, I mean if you have any tweets that you can pin it up, it would be great so that our community would get to see. So we have speaker, the one that want to show some love. Hey, hello.
Hi
Hello,
guys.
how are you?
I know it's very difficult to
Hello.
pronounce my name. It's very liquid. You guys can call me Ferry.
Very liquid. All right, I got you.
You got it? Okay, cool. I just wanted to say, Yuka, I am so in love with everything you do, the way you carry yourself. You are such a lady and a true inspiration. Your work is the type that just makes you start leaking from the eyes. It's just it makes me so emotional when I see it. It's always so beautiful. I missed the beginning of the spaces unfortunately I was stuck in meetings. But so I don't know what questions have been asked already. So I'm going to go down to basics. I want to know what your favorite bubble tea drink is.
一番好きな、wait, I guess I should start from the very beginning. まずは、ゆかさんのことをすごく愛してます。作品とても素敵と思ってて、とても、レイディーと、思ってて、すごい、ゴージャスな作品、いつも書いて、見せてくれてありがとうございます。いつも涙が出るほど、素敵と思っております。
嬉しい。なんか初めてです。多分、フェリルさんお話しするの。嬉しい。Thank you. Thank you, フェル。
She's happy to hear your voice for the first time. So thank you so much. Yeah, I think you're both in love. But going back to basics, 根本的な質問です。
はい。
ゆかさんは一番好きなバブルティーは何ですか？
やっぱりバブルティーって言いましたよね。
バブルティーです。はい、
バブルティーって飲み物ですか？どういうこと？
何でしたっけ？日本語
ボ
で
バボバ。
Oh yeah,
どう言
we
うんでしたっ
we
け？
Brits say bubble tea, but it's boba. Yeah, sorry about that.
あれかな、タピオカかな。タピオカ
タピオカ、タピオカの、はい、飲み物、はい。
はい。タピオカの、どういうことどんなフレーバーが好きかってこと？
はい、どんなフレーバー好きですか？タピオカティーですね。はい。タピオカ
タ
ティー。
ピオカティーですね。スタンダードなやつが好きなんですけど、いろいろあるんですか？あんまり詳しくないんですけど、おすすめ逆に聞きたいですね。
So she's like, oh, are there different types? Like, I just get the standard one. Like, can you tell me of the different types?
Wait. So you're telling me she doesn't have royal peach, winter melon, all of those crazy stuff? She just has the basics with tapioca?
ロイヤルミルクティーとか、ウィンターメロンティーとか、そういったものないですか？シンプルなものが
Wintermelon,
ないで
come
すか？
on.
なんかでも、インスタとかで見たな。でもね、私、あんまりね、飲む機会がなくって、ほんとミルクティーのやつしか飲んだことなくて。
So,
いや、でも大好きです。大好きです。はい。
she's like, oh, maybe I've seen someone on Instagram. But I've only ever had like the standard milk tea, tapioca milk tea. So they call it tapioca milk tea here, but it's the standard bubble milk tea. Um, uh, so but she loves it.
Okay, so at least she still likes bubble tea, even though, she hasn't experienced all the flavors, which means this is a good opportunity for me to potentially take her on a date one day to get some bubble tea, right?
Yes, I was just gonna say that that would be a perfect date opportunity, and for you to pop her bubble tea cherry.
Oh my God.
Um, あの、これがデートの機会ですね。バブルティーを紹介してあげます。
わあ、ぜひです、ぜひ
はい。
です。もし、
一緒に。
京都来たらね、一緒に飲みましょうね。サラリさんも飲みましょうね。
行きます。
ね。
いいですか？でも、デートだから、私はちょっと、流行らない方がいいかな。So she says, please come to Kyoto and let's go on a date, on a bubble tea date. She invited me as well, but I have excused myself. You two ladies have fun.
Yeah, we don't need a third wheel, but you are welcome.
Yeah, I don't want to be a third wheel, yeah.
Thank you so much for translating that for me.
Cheers, no worries.
OMG. What happened just now? It's an omakase show and we're talking about boba tea. At least we're talking about sake, right? But at least I learned some pickup lines from Very Liquid. So good job on that. All right, good job.
Yeah, it's omakase. We're down into like the final courses of the meal. Everyone is a little bit drunk. We're moving on to the next bar at this point. So.
All right. Yeah, that's the after party. If you think my questions are hard, try Very Liquids. All right. So yes, final question. I know it's very standard, but I think every one of us We're really interested about your short-term plans and long-term plans. So can you bring us along and let us know what's the future?
Web3 内、ゆうかさん Web3 内の、これからのプランや長期的の目線で考え方をちょっと伺いできたらと思います。
はい。本当にまず今お受けしてるコミッションを全部書き終えるっていうのがもう当面の目標になるんですけど、それ以外になんかこういう私みたいな自由に生きてるような人でも得意なことを目いっぱいできる Web3 ってすごいありがたい場所なので、まずは自分が引き続き私自身がここにいられるようにっていうのと、あとWeb3 に触れてない身近な人とかも、うちの母とかもできれば入ってきてほしいと思ってるので、それに向けて引き続き頑張っていきたいと思っております。
So the first and most obvious task at hand is to finish her commissions. It's becoming like a running trope here. But for the long-term goal, first of all, she's very thankful that being in this space in Web3, she's been able to discover a new way of life and to focus on her passion and her work and her art. And so it's very important for her that that she's able to continue to be in this space, and for more people to be able to join this space to experience what she's experiencing now. And so she thinks it's very important that she'll be able to bring more people and expose them to Web3 and the wonders and joys of being in this space, including her mom. So she will bring her mom into Web3.
Yay, Yuka's mom for the win! Right. Thank you so much, Yuka, for joining us as a guest speaker tonight and sharing your inspiring stories with us. Celery, can you help me to translate that?
はい、本日、ご参加いただきありがとうございました。ゆかさん。
ありがとう。
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much for inviting me. It's been a lovely time. Thank you. テリルも、ディーノさんも、ルシーさんも、サワリーさんもありがとうございました。
Thank you. Your dedication and passion for art in the Web3 space definitely motivate emerging artists to push forward and strive for greatness. And you're really a true role model that has set the perfect example for artists to learn and seek their own unique style to stand out.
若いアーティストたちのロールモデルになっていて、とても素敵な方で、皆さんのインスピレーションになっていてありがとうございました。
And and we also want to, express our gratitude to Celery, our interpreter for tonight's show. Your exceptional talent and skills have made this show run smoothly, and we couldn't have done it without you. Stay tuned, everyone, as we will also be interviewing Celery in our upcoming he built Dendekaden, and we can't wait to learn more about his journey and share it with you all. So thank you once again, Yuka and Celery, for being part of the show tonight. Sushi, do you have anything that you want to wrap the space?
Yes, thank you again. Arigatou gozaimasu, Yuka-chan. Fairy Liquid for the awesome, amazing bubble tea question. But classic milk bubble tea for the win. I'm with Yuka right there. I don't understand that like rainbow bubblegum thing stuff. Salary, again, you're my man. Thank you for coming up here and interpreting. You're such a legend. We're gonna get Salary up on the stage again soon. And that's it. Thank you guys for coming to the OMAKASE show. Shout out to everyone from the Clone fam, the Mind Blow On, the Azuki fam. I see some mutants. I see some other NFTs as well. Beans everywhere. Everyone, have a good GM, GN, GAGE, wherever you are. And thanks for coming to the Omakase show. TC?
Yes, for those who just joined us tonight for the first time, we go live every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. SG to bring diverse communities together with a special focus on the Asia community and always put our creators and builders first. All right, then. We'll see you next week. Have a good day. Have a good week. You are. Sushi, hit that bars, please, my bro.
sushi. They trust me.